Ever since I found out that I'm an NPC, my life has become much clearer. Everything makes sense now. In this world, there are main characters. People who are real. People who exist within a story. They have character arcs. They go through the hero's journey, descend into hell, and somehow come back from it. The decisions they make matter because those decisions shape the story itself. These people make up about 5 to 10% of the world. The rest of us are just NPCs. Now please, don't be depressed about this. NPC isn't even an insult. It simply means we exist in relation to the main character. If the main character goes to the mall to meet his girlfriend, for example, wouldn't it be strange if he arrived at an empty building? The mall needs to be full of people. Otherwise, it would be an awkward date. Let's just say the main character needs to succeed. He's been working hard at, studying. Yeah, studying for a brutal exam where only the top 25% pass. Someone has to fill the bottom 75%. Main characters have their own consciousness, thoughts, and feelings. NPCs operate more like a hive mind. We're unique in a way, but not really. Have you ever experienced déjà vu? That strange feeling that this exact moment has happened before. That's because it has. Just not to you. It happened to another NPC somewhere else, standing in the presence of another main character. Have you ever felt nervous for no reason? Like you've forgotten something, but you can't remember what it is? That's the script shoveling random NPCs into the meat grinder for a traumatic event the main character has to endure, and you almost got picked. I suppose the fact that you're reading this means you survived. Have you ever died in a dream, falling from a great height only to jolt awake before hitting the ground? And your goofy NPC brain says, "Thank God it was only a dream." Well, buddy, it wasn't. NPCs don't really need sleep. When your physical body shuts down for the night, your consciousness goes somewhere else to serve as background noise in another story, another life, another scene. Over and over again. I want you to stand in front of the mirror, look yourself dead in the eyes, and smile as wide as you can. Don't make a funny face. Don't flex. Don't perform. Just stare into your own eyes and hold that grin. It's difficult, isn't it? Almost impossible. Main characters can do that for hours. It doesn't bother them. It doesn't even feel strange. But NPCs can't. After a while, your face begins to look wrong. The features distort. The expression twists. You start looking less like yourself and more like something pretending to be you. That's because it isn't the face of a main character. It's a copy, a rough imitation. And under enough scrutiny, imitations begin to fall apart. Yes, main characters know they're main characters. Yes, they know the rest of us are NPCs, and yes, they keep it from us. Please don't take this the wrong way. Main characters aren't evil. Put yourself in their place. Why would you tell an NPC that they're an NPC? It wouldn't make sense. When you play GTA, you might pick a random NPC and follow them around out of boredom. But after a while, you notice the limitations. You realize how much separates you from them. Eventually, you get bored and walk away. I found a main character. I know she's a main character. I was looking at her the other day and she was glowing. Not literally, of course, but close enough. Her skin seemed brighter. When she smiled or laughed, the room itself changed. She smelled nice. Not like perfume, but as if the air around her had been cleaned. As if the oxygen itself was better. She knows we're NPCs, but she's kind to us anyway. Unlike those alpha male John Wick types, the ones who leave piles of NPCs behind them. I think she belongs to a different kind of story, a softer one, a story filled with love and beauty. It feels safe around her. The other NPCs feel it too. They laugh with her. They love her. They want to help her. She's beautiful as well, but not in the kind of way that makes you lust after someone. It's the kind of beauty that fills you with awe, the kind that makes you want to become a better person. I have a theory. I think NPCs can become main characters. I think it's a long, painful process, and the odds are tiny, maybe 1 to 5%. But I think it's possible. Because here's the thing. NPCs and main characters are both in the same story. The difference is that one matters and the other doesn't. So maybe if an NPC forces himself into the story has no choice but to revolve around him. Maybe that's what a good villain is. Someone whose impact is so sudden, so shocking that the narrative blends around him. Stories have to explain themselves eventually. They can't remain vague forever. They can't be endless suffering without meaning. So, step 1. I think if I hurt this girl, if I become the worst monster imaginable, I could become important, iconic, the kind of villain people remember, the kind who forces the story to acknowledge his existence. Have you ever read Blood Meridian? Why does Judge Holden, the villain, have a name while the protagonist doesn't? Doesn't that make the villain the true center of the story? Or Homelander from The Boys. People watch because of him. The others revolve around his gravity. Step 2. The redemption arc. I don't know how that part works yet, but stories forgive terrible people all the time. Maybe all you need is enough screen time. Step 3. Maybe if my interrogation is successful, she'll tell me how she became a main character. Maybe she was born that way. Maybe she earned it. Maybe she was once an NPC too. Who knows? Assuming my theory is correct, maybe she shines now, but her past wasn't nearly as bright. One thing is certain. I'm about to find out, and I'm about to escape the life of an NPC. Wish me luck.